Are you and Quentin Tarantino best friends forever?
I've been a fan of filmmaker Robert Rodriguez since going to see Sin City for the first time in high school. His films, including Desperado and From Dusk Till Dawn, quickly established him as a role model for independent filmmakers like me out to make their mark in the industry. I'll be asking him questions today, coming in live from Verge readers over the OnStar built-in Wi-Fi hotspot.
So we have a question in here from a Verge reader. Do you feel like you have more creative freedom here in Austin than if you were in Los Angeles?
Oh, totally. You totally have more freedom here. No one's really watching you, and you feel like you can question tradition more. So I don't think I would have shot digital first or green screen because you kind of get caught up in tradition. When you're pulled out of the box, you end up thinking out of the box automatically. And George Lucas told me that. He said, it's a good thing you live in Austin. That's why I'm in Marin County. Stay there.
So one conversation that's really happening right now is on the topic of diversity. Can you speak a little bit about that, why you think it's important?
It's just what I've been speaking about since I started. That's been my whole thing. People didn't even know what I was talking about back when I was first bringing this up after El Mariachi, because El Mariachi was actually a Spanish language film. And so when I went to go make Desperado, the sequel, I found that there weren't any Latin actors really working in Hollywood. There were so few. They would usually cast non-Latins to play Latin roles, or if there was a Latin role, it was, you know, like the maid or the gardener or the criminal. There weren't any heroes, not like I wanted to do. So I just started casting as many people as possible. So I put Antonio, I found Salma, brought her in from Mexico. Got Cheech Marin, pulled him out of retirement, stuck him in there. Danny Trejo, I cast in like every movie I did from then on until he became a star, so that I could build my own star system. So that was the idea. It was like cast faces often so that they become recognizable enough that they can be considered your stars, and then you won't have that problem anymore. The conversation is that now, but it's always been a topic of mine, creating something like Spy Kids that had a Latin family, but anyone could watch it. But for those who are Latin, it meant a lot to see themselves as heroes.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you've navigated this leap from independent film into larger, big budget projects?
It's been great to start off independently and having to learn so many jobs when you're working on a small budget. You have an understanding of the whole process in a way to where it actually became difficult for me to jump into a big movie because I enjoyed lower budget movies so much more, the freedom and the creative freedom. This year I'm going to do another, it's the 25th anniversary of Mariachi.
Cool.
So I'm going to do another movie for $7,000 with no crew.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Just because it's so fun.
That is so great.
It's
well,
really fun.
and how different the technology is. That's really interesting.
Yeah, you can do so much more than you could back then, because I shot on 16mm film. I had one camera, and now you've got so much. You know, you can make that same movie probably for $700 today.
You're an early advocate for digital. Can you talk a little bit about where it might be going? You know, as we move into this brave new world of digital film.
Yeah, I was always into new technology, and I saw that in any art form. You know, like if you got a different type of instrument, it changed your music. If you had a different type of pen, it changed your drawing. So whenever there was a new camera or a new way of visualizing, I wanted to get into it and try it because I knew it would somehow push the art form. Technology always pushes the art. So I'm always trying to find, you know, the next thing. VR, I'm getting into that. I made the first digital 3D movie, Spy Kids 3D here in Austin.
Yes.
You know, Austin seems like a great place to just try new things.
Would you consider doing another collaboration with Frank Miller?
Oh, absolutely. Frank Miller and I talk all the time about possibly doing, you know, like Sin City, either a television series or the third Sin City movie, or some of his other secret projects that he has. He's a brother, you know, we really work well together.